All right, what's going on, guys? Try back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing another video for Fear of the Walking Dead, leading up to the second half for Fear of the Walking Dead Season 6. In this one, we're going to give our thoughts more in depth, and these Madison return rumors just not going away.
I gotta ask you a fun question because this is one that the fans continue to ask me. What are the chances we ever see Madison again, even if it were in a flashback?
It's a good question, and it's definitely something we talk about.
Let me ask this in a way so that the fans can stop asking me about it. Is Madison dead?
Well, we never saw her body, and Madison herself said no one's gone until they're gone.
Okay. Well, Gimple seemed to tease that anything seems in play for the anthology series, so maybe we see her in the past. I'm just going to say, if you guys do want to bring her back in a flashback at some point, I think the fans would lose their minds because I really think they need some sort of closure. It is the top thing that they wanted me to ask you about.
So that one's a bit of kind of a surprising sort of video to see. Now, I haven't been keeping up personally with all the different stuff for Walking Dead with regards to kind of the different interviews, Skype calls, table reads, all the stuff they've been doing. But I thought this one was pretty cool. I'll put the link in the description so you guys can go ahead and check it out. And that is with the two showrunners for Fear the Walking Dead when asked if we could see Madison again, and then is she dead? So the first one was, it's a good question, and it's definitely something we talk about. So it sounds like they have been already kind of discussing whether or not they could bring Madison back, whether or not it makes sense. And then the next one she asked is Madison dead? And then he said, we never saw her body. And Madison herself said, no one's gone until they're gone. That was Ian Goldberg. So those, if you haven't seen them before, those are the two showrunners that we have for Fear and have had since the start of the fourth season. So it's been basically, a couple of years that, almost all of 4 or 5, and then, 6 is halfway done. So 2.5 years roughly since they've been show running the show. The first 3 seasons were Dave Erickson's, so after the switch. So we never saw her body, so that means they could bring her back at some point, right? And no one's gone until they're gone. So they kind of been teasing it. I think there was the Phoenix thing, right? So the Phoenix will rise again type of thing. And it's definitely something we'll talk about. So I'm going to go ahead and change my opinion on this one. I thought that they had basically moved away from it. I thought they had pretty much made up in their minds that Madison is dead. But based on what they said, that it's definitely something they talk about, and that we never saw her body, it's sort of like, it's almost like confirming that at some point, maybe she's not dead, right? Maybe at some point we could see her back in the series, Now, when will that be? I mean, we do have some comments here to go over for the second half of the season, and we will do a video soon, guys, giving our thoughts on the trailer, because the trailer for the second half of Fear Season 6 does look really good as well. And so, there was the mention of the stadium, going back to the stadium, which I think does make a lot of sense for Alicia to want to go back there, because even if she was dead, you'd want to go back to see and make sure that she's not a walker roaming around the damn place, right? Like, you'd want to go back at some point as soon as you could when you got a chance. I mean, obviously life is busy in the zombie apocalypse, but especially if you're, in and between Virginia's group, if you're against them, if you're with them, whatever. Like, if you're with them, then she might not let you go. But if you're able to escape and whatnot, once you get a free minute, you'd want to go probably check and see, because if she's like zombified there, or like what if she didn't get away and the zombies got a hold of her and chowed down on her, but she's just like laying there and somewhat cognizant or whatever, you'd want to go put her down, right? You wouldn't want her to be in that state perpetually, just being baked in the sun forever. You'd want to go and do the thing, put her down, whatever, and do a funeral, I would think, right? Wouldn't you? So it just makes sense to me. So it said, so always a chance. Madison returns. Go over to comicbook.com's. Brandon Davis, there's always a chance. We can't say much about who saved Morgan. Interesting that he goes into who saved Morgan with regards to the Madison answer here, right? Other than we saw a note, we saw that it was someone with an ulterior motive who said that Morgan still had things to do. It's someone that Morgan doesn't know. we know from the note also. But I don't think that Morgan and Madison, if it was her, I don't think that they would know each other, because if you look back, did they ever have a scene together where Madison met Morgan and actually saw him and saw what he looks like? I don't think there was one, right? So it's very possible that she could have been the one who saved him. And it could be cool. Goldberg added, I think when we do reveal who that person is who saved him, that note is going to take on a whole new level of resonance in terms of what it means. So it sounds like I should probably go back over the note, or we should go back over the note and kind of take that and maybe give our thoughts on that one, because that does sound pretty good. Some of the comments regarding this topic, and also Fear's finale, which, by the way, was awesome, right? Like the first 7 episodes of the season were great. Even the trailer looks really good for this second half whenever we end up seeing it. But definitely, I think those first 7 episodes are really rewatchable. And I might watch them again. I really love the premiere episode 7. Awesome stuff. And the one with John also was really good, too. A lot of good episodes from the first half of this season for Fear. The Sherry episode and all that, them being reunited, really good stuff. Walker scene. So I got excited when hearing about the stadium. Could that be an Easter egg for the return of Madison, Toxik Blackrain? I guess so. I mean, I thought she was dead, but, based on what Talking Dead was like after the episode. But, I mean, I guess that's Talking Dead, so that's not exactly canon inside of the show. Even if someone gives an opinion or says something on Talking Dead, that doesn't make it canon for what's actually in the series itself, right? Sue's Mordsis says, do you think Madison will come back to Fear? So there's my answer now. I hate to flip-flop on this one, but I think I actually have to say, based on what their answers were, yeah, actually, maybe she will. Ash Williams says, Fear Season 6 is actually so good that it doesn't matter if Madison returns or not. Well, I still think it would be good for Fear if they could afford it budget-wise and everything to have her come back. But it's on Amazon Prime now, so... and they got that Mountain Dew money, right? What was it, like 70 million or something? So, was it more than that? There was a 7 in there. What was it? 70, something. What was it? something like that. Anyway, Mountain Dew money. It's a lot of money, so so they could probably afford it now. And also, I think they won those lawsuits, so I think they're probably okay. At least they won one of them, but the other one, I don't know if it's been finalized yet. Afro Trey Axe says, the way Virginia cares for her quote-unquote sister, that is like motherly love. So some people thinking that Dakota might actually be Virginia's daughter and not her sister. Well, they certainly do look a lot alike, but you can look like your sister, or your daughter could look like you. I don't think there's any way to say for certain one way or another, but I don't know where this rumor came from that maybe Dakota could be her daughter instead of her sister, but I don't know. I mean, it works either way, right? Nuck97 says, more Alicia next half of the season, please. #beautiful. So it's from Nuck. So Carol Dvorak says, Hillary is a big fan of the Walking Dead universe. With this CV crap, coronavirus, it makes it even easier for Jeffrey D. Morgan and Hillary to do the scenes together without masks or without social distancing. So that's true. That's something that definitely makes a lot of sense for them to cast her for The Walking Dead for the Here's Negan episode, because then they can do kissing scenes. They can do all the stuff. They don't have to social distance because, well, they're together in real life. So it's fine, right? So that's true. That is a good plus for them getting her to be Lucille, right? Dark Woods says, if I were alone in the apocalypse and I were in a cabin alone with Dakota and Alicia, I wouldn't want them to leave either. So, and then Tristan Versteg says, but episode 7 isn't the real mid-season finale, right? And so, well, yes, it is. It is the real mid-season finale because episode 8 wasn't completely finished. It sounds like either that or they decided to hold it back so that they could have something for a trailer for the next season, which is fine. The first 7 episodes were good enough for a half. I'd rather get 7 episodes like that than 8 and have one of them be, useless junk filler, which just wastes our time and everything is not worth it. And the last one from the Mark Shark, who says, so glad Whiskey Cavalier got canceled because now we have Maggie returning with Herschel and that whole thing. So, yeah, pretty glad that Whiskey... that her other show got canceled. But, those shows, there's like a bazillion of those procedural crime dramas. They drive me mental with all the all the stuff and how they glorify intelligence agencies and everything. It's just they, whatever. It's a business. I understand. It's probably got propaganda ties to it as well too, from the CIA and the different. Yeah, it does. CIA and the different intelligence agencies to promote them and put them in such a positive light on mainstream, channels and everything. It's just obvious that, of course it does. It's obvious that it would. Anyway, that's it for this video, guys. If you liked it, please go ahead and thumb it up below, share, favorite, and you can subscribe at the bottom left, and let me know what you guys think. Do you think we'll see Madison return for Fear the Walking Dead in the second half of season 6, or do you think maybe we won't, or do you think maybe not season 6, but at some point probably we will? That's it for this one. See you guys soon. It's Travis saying peace. Later, guys. See you soon.